Yes, guys. My name is Qasim and I'm a personal trainer in Kuwait. I've been here for nearly 3 years now. And now I'm the host of Oak Podcast. And today, on the first episode, we're going to be here talking to the CEO of Oak Clothing, Omar.
Assalamu alaikum.
Walaikum
Hello.
salam, Habibi.
What's up,
How
man?
are you?
I'm great.
It's crazy how we're even here.
Great to have you here, man.
Thank
Great
you.
day, great weather.
Settings, the vibes, it's
Everything
unbelievable.
is awesome, man.
So, guys, this is the third time me and Omar have actually met each other. It's crazy.
Imagine that, yeah.
It's in like 3
Third
weeks.
time.
It's just blown up.
And
Like-
third day, we're on a podcast, man. And we have our own
Our
podcast.
own podcast,
Imagine that.
our own vision. It's crazy.
That's
So we
beautiful, man.
first met at Emperor of the Mats, which is the biggest jiu-jitsu competition in Kuwait.
In the Middle East.
Yeah, in the Middle East. And I
Yeah.
was competing. Omar was sponsoring, and we spoke for like 5 minutes, something.
5-10 minutes, and we clicked by then. To be honest, I saw you on Instagram. You were in Kuwait TV.
Yeah, yes.
I thought it was your podcast.
Okay.
I thought you're the host, and I saw you there at Emperor of the Mats. I was like, yo, I want to be in your podcast.
Yeah.
I have a clothing brand, and I sponsor fighters and stuff like that. And you just told me, I don't have one. Let's do one.
Yeah.
And second time we met, jotted down some notes. Now we're here, man. Crazy.
It's crazy.
Crazy.
Literally, we went for a meal, 30 minutes, good food, good conversation, and we were both driven. We said we're going to do it, and alhamdulillah, we're here.
Alhamdulillah, we're here.
You know, it's crazy. Thank you.
Thank you.
Tell us about Oak Clothing. When did you start?
Oklothing was just an idea.
Okay.
In the beginning, I liked shoes, hype shoes, even before the Yeezys. I was in college. It was during 2016, 15. And people didn't know how to get the shoes. People didn't know where to buy them. So I started Oklothing as a leak page.
Okay.
I leak like the information. What time is the shoe coming out? What websites? I help the people who can't get that, like the easy way, where to go, where to buy it.
Yeah.
You know,
Okay.
and you buy it for $120, gets sold out in 5 minutes. You can sell it for $600. So
Wow.
I was helping out the people. I was buying my own
Yeah,
gear, and I saw I have a lot of shoes now, so I started selling instead of just. Clothing was the page that leaks, and I had like eBay, Kicksfy, all those apps, good reviews, selling shoes in the States while I was in school,
Yeah.
and made a lot of money out of that. After that, after I graduated, came back to Kuwait. That's when it's a different industry here,
Yeah.
you know. So I held my horses here, took my time a bit, didn't know how to sell here. People want to buy expensive stuff, people want to pay more. Like I put the price in the States where what I usually sell, people think it's fake here
Yeah.
because the price is way too low, you know.
Yeah.
So when I started to overcharge, that's when people started to buy, you know. So Corona came online, and one step led to another, and now we're here.
Yeah.
Fighting business, UFC, PFL. We're traveling. We're going everywhere. We're from fight to fight. We're meeting fighters, and it's been a crazy run. I just want everyone to watch what we're doing. You know.
Honestly, what I was.
It's been a crazy It's been a crazy year, actually.
What I was really impressed with Oak Clothing was how you're more of a lifestyle, like you're doing your martial arts, but you're into different avenues. You're into power slap. You've got different avenues, and you're going and you're opening all doors. You're walking through them. Even now, we have plans for not just martial artists, but different athletes from different sports.
Yep.
So you work hard, and 3 meetings later, and you're doing a podcast. So
Okay.
what's the vision for Oak Clothing?
The vision is like not just sports. Of course, I want everyone to wear my brand, but like I want people in the gym to wear my brand, people playing paddle, people playing not just fighting scene, you know. It's the fighting scene is which I love. That's why I'm kind of in it. I'm going there, and I just fell in love with the fighting
Yeah.
scene, to be honest. But it's way more than that. I want every fighter, everyone to be like not just Oklothing. I want to be at Omar's team and Qasim's team. I want because they got the connections for PFL. They got the connections for
Yeah,
these
yeah,
guys. I want to be a fighter, and I don't have money. How am I gonna train, go to college, do all that, and eat good, meal plans, and fight at the same time? How am I gonna do that?
yeah, yeah, yeah.
And no one believes in you here. Fighting is like kind of a bad scene in Kuwait. Like, if you're a fighter and you go to a diet place and you're like, I want to sponsor you, you're like, what? You're an athlete? Yeah, I'm an athlete. I'm a fighter. They'll be like, no, we don't want problems. So when I came in, I didn't expect anything. It was actually a crazy story, you know.
Yeah.
I sell clothes, antisocial, hype, supreme, all that. That's what I usually do
Yeah.
from the start.
No, I think the vision as well is
So
growing. Like we said, we've got athletes, looking at athletes, different countries, various different countries. And I think with Oak Podcast as well, our vision was to explore the talent within Kuwait, the ones that have great stories, and to go internationally. Because now
definitely,
we've got the connections with building as well, Abu Dhabi, Saudi,
definitely.
um,
Dagestan,
Dagestan, Kazakhstan, and England as well.
Kazakhstan, China next.
Yeah, yeah. China, you're going to China as well.
We're going to China.
So there's so much, we can do. And England and the avenues, as long as we keep the doors open,
Yep, yep.
we keep the avenues, we're going to succeed, inshallah.
Inshallah,
You know?
inshallah.
So it's
Because
crazy.
sometimes you want something, but it's not like when you never know what's good for you. You know.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Sometimes God chooses. Alhamdulillah, yani. I
Alhamdulillah.
didn't choose this. It chose me. The door opened, and I just went in. Um, I met a fighter, Abdullah Salim.
Okay.
He's in PFL, 6-0, greatest guy I ever met, man. Abdullah Salim.
Abdullah's one of my coaches.
Yeah.
I train with him.
This guy,
Yeah.
man, he changed my whole viewpoint
Yeah,
of
yeah.
the whole thing. Because, like, I used to watch UFC with my brother and McGregor, Habib,
Yeah.
long time. But I wasn't into, like, the violence and stuff. So I didn't understand it that well. But when I met Abdullah, he showed me the way of the jiu-jitsu. He has Gracie Baha,
Yeah, yeah.
one of the greatest gyms in the world, not just in Kuwait. He's training the kids, and he had a tournament for the kids, and he's like, "You want to do a pop-up? Kids sell for the kids. Whoever wins, give them free T-shirts or a hat.
Yeah, yeah.
It's good exposure for you, you know. Take some photos, a video." And we did that, and I saw the kids discipline, respect. The kid that lost cried, but at the end, the guy who won hugged him, and
Yeah,
it
yeah, yeah.
was it changed my whole viewpoint. I'm like, I have a daughter now, man. You know, I would love for her to learn that discipline, learn that respect. It's not just fighting and street fighting, and it's bad. It's bad for the people. No, it teaches discipline, teaches respect.
Yeah, yeah.
It teaches everything. You would never see a professional jiu-jitsu fighter on the street and he would hit you for no reason.
Yeah, yeah. No, martial arts is
No one would do that.
martial arts is amazing for discipline, and jiu-jitsu and Gracie Barra. I actually train with them. I've been training with them for nearly a year.
Tell me, how is it, man?
Amazing. I'm with Coach Nasser, his brother Muhammad.
Yeah, Nasser
Abdul
is with
Salim.
Abdullah.
Yeah,
They made that.
Carlos.
They made Carlos.
Yeah. So all these
Beast.
guys, like I think nearly a year ago, I was looking at different gyms, but I fell in love with Gracie. Literally, they were so humble, so respectful. The team vibes, and they had everything under the one roof.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they're
like
like
Nasser, he's one of the I think only black belts in Kuwait, Kuwaiti, who went to the US and got his full black belt. So he finished everything. Yeah, his brother Muhammad, he does wrestling competitions all the time. He's in Dagestan, Kazakhstan. He's very good. Then you got
Nice.
Coach Abdullah, MMA, one of the I think the first MMA fighter, Kuwaiti fighter to go into the international stage. You know, he's
the
black
first
belt as
PFL.
well.
He's the
Yeah,
first PFL,
PFL
Kuwaiti fighter.
And
Yes,
now we've
sir.
got Carlos from Brazilian. He's
And he's
unbelievable.
living here,
MMA,
man.
yeah,
That's
he's coaching
amazing.
at Gracie.
Yeah.
So his background is
Big respect
kickboxing.
to you,
So they've
Carlos.
got everything, the vibes. I've had several jiu-jitsu competitions with them, underneath them. And now, inshallah, the next one's going to be an MMA fight,
Nice.
which I can't wait for that.
That's-
We're just talking about that now. So
Inshallah.
hopefully I've been training with these guys and, let's go. You're with the best team, the best
You're in
guys.
the best
So
team. You're in the best team in Kuwait.
Honestly.
Hands down, to be honest. They made an amazing tournament. Emperor of the Mats was amazing.
Yeah.
We sponsored that Oklothing. We had a booth there.
Yeah.
It was an amazing experience, and it was the fourth one.
Yeah, the fourth one. Yeah.
It was the fourth. It was my first one, but um, can't wait for the next one. Can't wait for the next one.
It's amazing. It's amazing. So, give me like, I don't know, your top 3 favorite fighters of all time.
Look, I'm kind of not that old with the UFC, but I'll give you at least the people fighting now.
Okay.
In UFC, let's say UFC, I'll go with John Bone Jones,
Ooh,
number
okay.
one, and let me think about the second one. Let's go with. Let's give you guys a leak. I'll go with Shara Magmadov.
Okay.
Hopefully, he's gonna get signed soon.
Yeah. So, nice. Oh, nice.
Inshallah.
Inshallah.
And who else? Max Holloway.
Oh, Max is a legend.
Max
Shout out to
Holloway.
Max, eh?
I was there, guys. I was at the fight. I was in UFC
Okay, nice.
308, and that was a great fight. Max lost first time he got knocked out ever. 29 knockouts, and he never got knocked out. So that was a tough fight to watch.
No. Max is a legend.
It was a great trip.
Max is a legend. He's so respectful. He's a great ambassador for the sport.
And he's been there forever.
But he's been in so many wars. It's like this thing takes a toll sometimes.
That's true.
But I think my top 3 would be
Yeah,
Habib.
What about you?
Habib has to be Habib.
Yeah.
I love it. Habib.
I was Team McGregor, but
Habib smashed everyone.
Yeah,
but in the ring,
Habib, big respect. Man.
Out the ring, his character. He's a role model for our people. He's taken like it to a next stage. Everybody wants to be a grappler, a wrestler, a jiu-jitsu guy.
Change the sport,
you know, and especially for our people from our culture, they now have celebrity to look up to. You know,
like this guy. We were talking about him, me and you, Muhammad Lagra.
Yeah.
He's training there in Dagestan. He's with Islam training.
Yeah.
And he's fighting for by the end of this month, November 29, I think, for the PFL championship.
Yeah.
And he'll win like $100,000, which is amazing.
That's crazy.
And he'll compete with the main PFL and stuff like that.
Yeah, it's amazing, that team. I think my second favorite would be Islam Makhachev.
Come on,
again, bro. I know it's the whole family, but no, Islam's amazing. He's smashed. But again, another great moment.
He's a great boxer too. So he's not just like a grappler, like the guys. He's great, man. You can't complain. No one can say anything. He knocked out Volkanovski. He's a beast, man.
I think my third one would have to be Jose Aldo. I know McGregor beat him, but before that, he went 10 years undefeated.
He's
even afterwards,
he's the best.
Bro, he's one of the best. I look at his game and his leg kicking, and I try to implement that.
A legacy,
bro, his leg kicks, he smashed everyone.
He's a beast.
He's boxing.
No one can say anything about it, man. And the fighters from him, like his camp or his training, or his gym or something. A lot of champions came out of his gym.
Yeah, bro. Like even Coach Carlos, he trained with them. Carlos came, he sparred Jose Aldo. And I think when Abdullah went last year, he trained at the same gym.
Nice.
Yeah. So that connection, and Jose Aldo was in Kuwait last year.
Yeah, Abdullah went to Brazil also.
Yeah, to train.
Yeah.
And Jose Aldo came last year to Kuwait. There was an event. So
there was a fight event. I know I wasn't in Kuwait at that time, but my brother went and the guys went. It was a nice event.
Yeah, so
I had a couple of fighters there.
So tell me about some of the fights. I know recently it's just social media everywhere. You've signed a few big name fighters.
Yeah.
Who we got?
And there are a lot. There are like 4 we didn't announce.
Nice.
We're still working with them and working different ways with them too. Not just like So first off, we sponsored Abdullah Salim.
Okay, nice man.
He's a PFL fighter, 6-0, undefeated champ. I think 4 of his, or more than 4, was like first round wins. Yeah, he's a beast. And then Gabriela Fernandez.
Okay.
She's a UFC Brazilian fighter.
Oh wow.
She's also, I think, 5-2 or something like that. And she's a beast.
She's a beast. I've seen her. A beast.
She's crazy.
Great talent.
MashaAllah. And also she has a fight in China. That's where I'm going to go, hopefully, to Gabriela there.
In Macau?
In Macau,
oh,
China.
Amazing.
I've never been there. Let's see how it is. Hopefully support her on her fight.
Yeah.
And just be there for the fighters. Like, especially when I started off with Abdullah, was like, also not just a sponsor, it was like a relation between me and him. We became friends, you know. I've been calling him every couple of days. He's calling me. We're talking. We're doing stuff together, and it just keeps going. You know, I'm giving him what I can, and he's giving me. And we made amazing stuff together.
Yeah.
So, small young fighters started to like
Yeah.
DM me and say, "Hey, I want to be sponsored. I want to be sponsored. I saw you sponsor fighters and stuff."
And that's how
So
it goes. Connections, and I think Power Slap as well. You got into,
yeah, Power Slap was like unexpected.
yeah, yeah.
We booked for UFC,
Okay,
the Max Holloway fight 308, and on it was on a Saturday.
okay.
And I saw that they're coming to Abu Dhabi, and it was their Power Slap. It was their first time to leave the States, and it was Power Slap 6 or 7, and it's new, you know.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
And UFC owns it, Dana White owns it, so I was like, why not? Why not get a Power Slap fighter to get sponsored? No one did that, you know.
yeah, yeah.
And we went there. It was something else. I've seen UFC, I've seen a lot of live events. This was the craziest event I've seen.
Honestly, when I watch Power Slap, I'm
Hands
like,
down, man.
what is
That
going
was
on right
like,
now?
yeah, that was amazing.
Bro, it's
To be honest,
scary.
I would definitely go again, man.
I want to, but
When you're there, you'll be like, no, no, I'm not coming here
just
anymore.
watching
But
it is
when-
just
bro,
like-
just seeing it live is something crazy, man.
like
It's
but
amazing.
Like
It's so
fighting
fun.
itself is scary because you get punched.
Yeah.
But you've got your guard, yeah. You're protecting yourself. But in Power Slap, you just stand there letting the guy hit you. I'm like,
There are
whoa,
rules, you
this is
know?
crazy.
Hopefully, we sponsored. We already did. We sponsored the machine, John Davis.
Oh,
He
nice,
was a former champ,
nice.
and he lost the day I was there, man. He got knocked out. He never been knocked out. Respect the machine. We got you covered.
Yeah, yeah.
You will never be knocked out again. Promise.
No, he's coming back. He's a beast. He's
Yeah,
a beast.
yeah,
He's
yeah.
a beast.
He's a champ for
No,
a while.
he looks so strong and comfortable in there.
Man, you should see his videos, man.
Yeah,
He's
yeah.
crazy. Check him out, guys. And like, we'll definitely have him in our next podcast, inshallah.
Yeah.
And we'll see about the rules, because I'm not also familiar with most of the rules. You can't like twist your leg. You can't take it like off the ground or something.
yeah.
Yeah, there's some rules.
And there's only like a certain area of the face you can hit or
You
something.
can't like twitch.
Okay.
Yeah, there are some rules.
Okay.
I think I'm not really familiar with it. I don't want
Okay.
to say anything about it, but
Yeah,
it was a crazy event. It was nice.
And
And
there's
it was organized. Abu Dhabi is amazing for
yeah,
this.
yeah.
And every event is a different like stadium, a different people running it.
Yeah.
It's something very clean.
It looks crazy. It's
Abu
amazing.
Dhabi
Eh?
is just beautiful, like
And,
especially for the events.
The other UFC fighter, Amir.
Amir, yeah, he's sponsored. We
That's-
didn't say it yet, but
Oh,
Amir
exclusive. Sorry, guys.
Amir Al-Bazi, UFC fighter. He's from Baghdad, Iraq. He's the top fighters now. He lost twice. He just lost versus Moreno. Moreno is a Mexican fighter. He's the top. He's one of the top. But I know Amir can.
No, Amir.
I know
solid,
Amir can win, but
solid fighter.
it was a great match.
Yeah.
5 rounds decision. It was great.
Yeah.
But yeah, hopefully you guys are gonna see him here in the podcast. I hope so. but,
Within the year, you've got 2 UFC fighters now. One
uh,
PFL.
yeah,
You know, Power Slap.
Slap.
It's all building, it's moving. You know, especially now with technology, social media, you really have to push yourself.
That's true.
And like with this podcast, this is our goal, our aim to
Yep,
push to that next level. So like
Pro
obviously,
boxing also.
yeah, boxing.
We
Oh,
we
you're from the guy from
Masoud
England.
Abdallah. Yes, sir.
Yeah,
Yes,
I saw
yeah.
that.
This
Yeah,
guy is
yeah, yeah.
amazing, man. He fought in the Anthony Joshua fight, Riyadh season
Yeah,
at
yeah.
Wembley Stadium,
I
man.
saw
He
that,
was one
yeah.
of the fighters before that match, man.
That's crazy.
This guy is a beast. Also
Yeah.
undefeated. And turns out he's a friend of my friend. He's a mutual friend, man.
No way.
Yeah, it was so like, as soon as I saw this, man, it's just like,
No, it's you get
it's crazy.
you put
how
yourself
it's
out
been,
there,
yeah.
you go and connect, you know, you socialize with people, you don't know what doors are gonna open. Especially
Never know.
nowadays, like you have to try and open as many doors as possible.
That's true.
You know,
That's
if
true.
you limit yourself,
Take risks.
if you limit yourself, Khalas, it's finished.
Yeah,
Like,
take risks.
like
Do it. Why wait till you're
in
like?
football, there's the famous sayings: if you don't shoot, you don't score.
That's true.
And like what we said before, like, okay, the Logan Paul brothers,
Man, they
maybe with
changed
a bit cringe, but the way they smashed it,
it. Yeah,
like they
yeah.
are cringe, okay.
Yeah.
And for us, we're not kind of used to that.
No, but huge respect to Jake and
What they
man,
smashed
whoa,
it.
well,
We're the haters sitting at
come
home
on,
cringing on them,
no,
but they've
no.
got billions in the
Yeah,
bank.
Yeah, they don't.
You know,
they
they've
don't
got
care,
prime
man.
juice, all because they didn't care about what anyone said.
Yep.
And like what we said, like KSI, they started by playing PlayStation and recording it.
Yep.
That could have been us, but we limited ourselves.
Yeah.
We didn't believe in us. But honestly, I spent all my youth playing like Call of Duty,
Yeah.
GTA.
Yeah.
I could be a millionaire by
Yeah.
now,
Yeah.
you
Yeah.
know. But now we've learned. This is why the podcast. This is why we've got plans to go to Abu Dhabi.
You gotta evolve.
Yeah.
You
And
gotta
we've got
move.
like our plans to go to where the fighters are. So
Yeah.
Abu Dhabi.
Yeah.
We want to go to Saudi. We want
Yep.
to
Yep.
go to Dagestan, Kazakhstan,
Yep.
England to do the podcast. You
Yep.
know, we're not just going to be like a podcast team that's just based in Kuwait. We want to go
Yep.
where the fighters are, where the events are.
Yep.
You know,
Not just a podcast. Hopefully, everything. The
and I think you're going to be sending me
the whole
there.
trip, the whole
Doing all these,
whole trip.
yeah. I know what,
I hope
that's
you
a
can be with
dream.
me, man.
Honestly,
Dagestan, you gotta come, man.
bro, at Dagestan we're going to be
Even you,
there.
Ali, you're coming.
We're going training. We're going to be in the
Inshallah,
mountains,
inshallah.
running,
Man.
podcasting. It's going to be crazy.
Inshallah.
Inshallah,
Wallah,
like-
there's like the emperor of the mats. There was the weigh-ins.
Yeah.
The first day, Abdullah told me, come check it out, the weigh-ins, see where you're gonna put the booth and stuff. I went there. I saw everyone like taking photos with the famous American, Australian, Japanese. Everyone's taking photos with them, and you see like 6 huge Dagestanians sitting. Everyone's scared of them. Like, all right, I know a bit of Russian.
Oh no way.
Yeah, I learned on Duolingo. It's a great app, not sponsored,
Yeah.
but and I went to them, gave them a bunch of hoodies. Yo, this is welcome to Kuwait.
Okay.
I'm sponsoring this place, this event, and took them out for dinner.
Oh, nice.
Next day for their fight, after their fight, brought them here.
Okay.
Had food, had sponsored one of them, Mohammed Kurbanov. Hopefully, his merch, the Hitman, is gonna release soon.
Oh, nice,
Yeah.
nice.
He just fought also in Abu Dhabi when we went to UFC.
The grappling
Was
tournament.
yeah. First day was power slap. Thursday, Friday was the grappling tournament.
Okay.
ADXC, Abu Dhabi did a great job with that. It was a beautiful event. I've never seen a grappling or jiu-jitsu tournament like this, man.
Yeah.
It was so clean, and we saw him there, Muhammad. It was great to be there, support him. hook
No,
him
they're,
up with
they're
some
great guys.
merch,
I
yeah.
remember I spoke to them at Emperor the Mats, and they were very.
It was so
But
nice,
Emperor,
man.
your booth, like I remember that as it's the biggest one in the region, the tournament, it had fighters from everywhere. Like I've been in,
That was
I
amazing.
competed in 2 other events in Kuwait, and it was all local fighters. But Emperor the Mats, they brought fighters America,
It's-
Japan, Dagestan, the UK, everywhere.
That's why-
Holland.
yeah, that's why
We had Holland. We
yeah,
had Luke from Holland.
Canada,
We had,
I think.
yeah. Honestly, it brought everybody. Just made the level of competition in Kuwait rise.
That's true.
You know, when
That's true.
people are bringing more talent, the competition is getting
That's
bigger. It's only better for the martial artists within Kuwait.
Yeah.
You know, we get to compete against other people, and exposure is
like-
building.
They put their heart in it, you know.
Oh, they
Abdullah
do.
and Nasser, these guys are
Yeah.
only doing this, you know. They're focused on their gym. They're focused on it's amazing.
and now they've got a new venue as well for the gym, which is amazing.
yeah, the Anwan Ahmedi.
Yeah,
great
It's
spot.
amazing. I obviously I train with them every day, so it's crazy. And now you see the fighters as well. We've got the MMA teams growing bigger. We've got a few people fighting next month professionally.
Yeah,
Yeah, Hamad and Talal, they're both fighting.
Nice.
This left pro debuts.
nice.
So and then inshallah I'm coming
Inshallah.
2025. I'm going to do mine.
nice.
So there's several of us now. So it's obviously got the jiu-jitsu side is very good. Now the MMA side,
Yeah,
kickboxing side, you know, it's
like
everything's good, and everyone's so respectful.
That's true.
Like
That's
I've been in so many gyms in the UK, even in Kuwait, where people split and there's problems. But this zone right now, alhamdulillah, everyone's
Of-
good.
of-
Everything's good.
especially like the people I met from the guys. Shout out to Buff the chef.
Okay.
He's amazing. He's the chef for Abdullah. He makes his
Yeah.
meal plans, and also he has a restaurant.
Okay.
And yeah, what I said. Let's go back a bit. You remember when I was saying I was sponsored like the head UFC PFL
Yeah,
fighters, and the kids were joining, and they were like, "Yo, I want to be sponsored," and I can't like get a 20-year-old kid sponsored the same level as a UFC
Yeah,
fighter. Even the UFC fighter is gonna be like, "Why are you sponsoring kids?"
Okay.
So I made something called like the Oklothing Fight Club.
Okay.
It's a fight club for the kids. When I went to the tournament for the kids, you remember I said
Yeah.
at Abdullah's gym, I gave them out shirts, Oklothing Fight Club, and
Ah.
it gave me an idea of like, let's do the fight club for the kids. We'll help them as much as we can. Maybe not give them money, but we could give them much cheaper meal plans Like now we have like a deal, me and Buff the chef, for my fighters, the kids. We have a certain price for them.
Okay.
Um, we have let's say a coach that can give you a much better price than anyone. We have a gym, the cheapest gym. You can go anywhere. You can't, because my friend owns a gym,
Okay.
but I don't want to announce it yet. Only the fighters know. So there are like things that I could offer. It doesn't have to be straight cash, but it's to
No, no.
help the fighter at least reach
It
his
helps, honestly,
target,
even
you know?
just the clothing.
Yeah,
Like
and he
for
could
fighters,
post, you
it's
know?
you go through so much, and the clothing, anything, any support is good for, because it doesn't pay much. Being a martial artist in the
Yeah,
first 5, 6, 7 years doesn't pay
it
hardly anything.
doesn't pay
So
much.
any support you get, and now it's exposure on social media. If a brand can come at the back of you and help promote you, something will come off that.
I
You know.
make
So
videos, reels. Like I go to your gym, take videos of you, make your own reels, marketing. I'll market you and give you the reels. You can post them. I don't
yeah,
want
yeah, yeah,
anything, you know, as long as you're happy wearing my brand, you're gonna take more pictures with it.
yeah,
You're
yeah,
gonna talk about it more because, oh, they're hooking me up and they're there for me.
yeah,
It's
yeah,
not
yeah.
just like, yeah, I got free stuff and I have to take posts every day so this guy gives me more free stuff. It's not about that. I know I'm losing a lot of money in the beginning giving out free shirts, but like for a fighter has like three people around him that he fully trusts, fully he commits on them, and he's not worried anyone about anyone because he got these two or these three people around him. When I realized that with the fighters, with the connections with them, I want the same thing with the sponsors to feel the
Yeah, yeah,
same thing with me as a person, as Omar, not only as a brand. You know,
yeah, yeah, yeah.
the brand is just something that we could talk
No,
about to give you
honestly,
a
even
free shirt. You
relationships is the
know,
biggest thing, and
yeah,
you want a long-lasting relationships between
it's a
fighter and
network.
sponsor, and that's another thing. Like I've seen it so many times that fighters and sponsors they move apart, but you want to keep that long-lasting relationship. You're there for the beginning. You're supporting them. You're actually involved by coming to the events yourself. I know, like we said before in the car coming here, like we want to journey to where the fighters are, to
Yeah,
go to their cities.
yeah,
Go and experience their fights. Go and talk to them, not just send them something via Amazon or something.
that's true. Yeah,
Go and actually interact with them.
yeah.
You know, and that's you create relationship, you bond. You don't know where things can go from there. Just from you coming to Emperor of the Match, you met me. We met.
You see? Yeah,
Just by
yeah,
being
yeah.
there,
You
talking,
never know. Yeah,
communicating,
yeah.
it's easy to throw some money and say, just put your sponsor banner there.
That's true.
But you being there
That's true.
opens the doors to me,
That's
the
true.
Dagestani fighters.
That's true.
So many more doors.
It's crazy when you go out there.
Yeah, yeah,
It's
yeah.
so much different. I know it's like just thinking about it, like we said we're gonna do a podcast and we did it like the next day, you know?
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
not like, yeah, let's wait a week and see what happens and oh, maybe I don't have money now. I don't know how much are where are we gonna do it, you
Yeah.
know? So
I think with that as well, like you said, the delay, you gotta push. Sometimes you talk to people and they're like, yeah, yeah, maybe in the future, blah blah
yeah,
blah. But we was like, okay, you know what? It's time. We're gonna do it. We're going to smash it. And we both moved together. We both pushed each other. We're talking about everything,
that's
location.
true.
Okay,
That's true.
in 1 hour we found the perfect photography videographer,
That's
man.
true.
Big
That's
shout
true.
out.
Thank you.
We we
That's
found out everything
yeah,
together,
yeah.
and it was just by two people on the same path, the same energy.
That's true.
There's too many people that talk. I tried to do this podcast with other people, and they didn't believe in it. They didn't just very hesitant. So okay, it's not gonna work with you. I'll find somebody else. Alhamdulillah, I found you.
Yeah.
And now,
You
boom,
never know.
we're
Alhamdulillah,
back in each
about you,
other's
man.
dream.
You
We're
know,
gonna wanna go, different countries, different events. You
you
can't ask
gotta
more.
just do it and see what happens. Like I used to just buy, like I said, buy clothes, hype brands, and sell it.
Yeah.
And one of my friends, the guy who owns the gym, he's like, "Can you make clothes for the gym, like
Oh,
our brand and stuff?" Like, I don't know, cause I was always afraid of people don't like my
okay.
product. When I bring something that's already a brand and everyone likes it, I don't feel bad about them saying no, it's not a good fit. I don't like the color. But when it's yours, it's my baby. I made it, you know.
Your
And
heart's in
he's
it.
yeah. So I was always afraid of putting in my designs, my stuff out there. But when my friend, he's like, just do it, man. I like your stuff. Do a couple of T-shirts for us, and I did it and they bought like 200 pieces
Oh wow.
and it was like good money, you know. I was like, okay. That's a lot more money than I sell a t-shirt and make like 5 KD, 4 KD
Yeah,
out
yeah,
of it,
yeah.
and it's one hit.
That's
And
social media. There is,
bro,
if,
I started on January with one company, and I didn't like make it public. You guys even don't know that we do this
yeah,
for staff. That's what it's keeping Oklothing, to be honest, alive. Yeah,
yeah,
the staff, the people who buy for their companies, sell it as merch.
yeah, yeah.
He buys 500 pieces,
Oh wow.
and you make it for them.
Yeah,
That's what paid for the
yeah.
podcast. That's the
I love that piece on the Donald Trump. So
yeah.
Donald Trump won. I think within 20 minutes he had dropped a new Donald Trump. That was
Yeah,
amazing.
you gotta
With
keep it up.
Dana, Donald
Dana,
Trump.
Donald Trump,
Yeah,
and the Tesla,
that.
Elon Musk.
Yeah, yeah, that
Yeah,
was
yeah.
amazing. That was amazing. But that's what I see. That's why, like I said, you're into the lifestyle. You're not just fighting. You're going
It's
into
not.
different
Yeah,
avenues.
yeah. You
You're
gotta put
keeping
your
it
own
fun. You're
touch.
keeping it
Yeah.
energetic, and it's amazing.
I appreciate it. Thank
And
you.
what like we spoke as well like before. We found several people that we would like to interview.
Yeah.
So what
We
our
have a
goal
good
as well
list
is
now so far.
our goal is to like communicate and explore the different talents. Like we said,
Yep.
within Kuwait, there's so much talent now
Yes.
that in the Kuwait Olympics. So we found a few people, and then internationally with the fighters signed,
Yep.
the fighters that we want to sign, the events,
Different sceneries. We might be like on the run, moving. It doesn't
Bro.
have to be just like a podcast. Could be like
One of my things
going
like
to the gym where that fighter trains, and we could like.
so one of my things was I pitched. So we're talking. If I'm with a fighter, I could just literally stand there and hold pants. We could do kickboxing. We could do so much. There was
But
so
no
much.
one has to get hurt. No one's
No,
supposed to
the
get
sparring
hurt.
guard. Yeah, that's after when the cameras go down. Yeah, but like, imagine there's so much we can do.
We could do a lot
If
of
you
stuff
limit
here.
yourself,
Yeah,
halas,
that's
you're
true.
finished. And
That's
there's so many podcasts, so many people. There's literally just sit. Not being harsh, but it's boring now. Yeah.
Yeah, it is.
To
be honest,
it's in a
yeah.
dark room. Look, we've got the setting, we've got the vibes,
Like
we've got the space. Let's go.
I don't mind listening to a podcast on the radio, but sometimes you just want to put something on. You want to watch something, people talking, not just like an interview of what have you done in your life,
Yeah.
How's your business? People are like going to interviews just to sell their business, and I don't think the future is heading that way anymore.
No, it's
I think
always
it's more
progressive.
personal, more
I grew up in Dubai. I went to high school in Dubai.
Nice.
And I saw that progression, that just people coming with different visions, just completely do something wild, shake up the market, shake up the industry, and take over. And that's what we want to do. We both got the same vision.
Yeah.
We're here. We're taking Kuwait to the future. Inshallah, with the podcasting scene, we've got the vision. Let's go, my bro.
And it says, like, there's a saying, "Eid wahda ma تصفق." One hand can't clap. Doing it alone for years, I didn't do any like a lot what I expected. When I had someone with me who trusts me, who trusts in my vision, you have like good people around you. When you try to do good, you find good people around.
Oh, definitely, you attract.
And they will support you, and you'll see it. And when you have a team, especially here in Kuwait, everyone wants my business, just Omar's business.
Yeah.
No, man, it's like. Yeah, okay, you started it, but you can't do it alone. You wanted to reach a higher level. You need a team. You need people that you trust, people around you that you don't have to worry about, So, like, I traveled to Abu Dhabi and with my best friend. And
Okay, nice.
he's with me since like kindergarten,
Oh, wow.
KG.
Yeah.
So he came with me to a 3-day. It was 5 days, but it was or 4 days, 3-day nonstop events.
Okay.
Every day, and he was tired. I was tired, and we were sitting with people, talking with people, and he was there the whole time. He didn't complain. He was happy to do it, and I wasn't paying him.
Wow.
He was just here for the fun of it, He's my friend. We were having fun, but we were tired. We were moving from place to place and going, and every hotel was booked, and our booking got canceled. And I don't think you'll have like an employee and you have to book him another room. No, we're sleeping in the same room, 2 beds. So it's different when you have friends or.
Oh no, friends for life,
It's different. You have
you make them. It's everything about trust and bonding nowadays.
Yeah.
Like,
So
I can't even
fake
tell
out
you.
there. So much fake we see on our phones.
The last few years,
You
literally
need
the amount of
something
people
real,
that have like, you meet when you're young, you have 20 friends. You go older, you've got like 5 friends. That's the same, that trust. And I met so many people in the last few years who go against their word, break contracts, don't pay you money, etc.
Yeah.
But when you
And
got that trust, I think
it's
Richard Branson, the billionaire, he
yeah,
had a famous saying: if you treat your employee with respect, he will treat your customer with respect.
that's true. That's
So
nice. I
you
never
know
heard
the
that.
only
That's
way your
nice.
customer will respect you if your employee respects your customer.
That's true.
So you
That's
know,
true.
inshallah, we've got a good bond and we're gonna keep it going. And the team, everything about respect, keeping everything
Yeah,
100. No lie, you know what I mean? Everything open
Uh,
on the table, and
like
we got this, my bro.
sometimes you meet people that you like. Where were you all my life? You know, and in
Literally.
an older age, so don't give up on people. That's what I say.
Have
Yeah,
faith.
yeah. Have faith.
So last question. Don't give too much, but we spoke about the
Huh.
next one.
The next one.
The next one, we've got somebody coming. Are we gonna name drop or no?
No, let's not name drop.
Okay, we're
'Cause
not
he
name
didn't
dropping.
he confirmed, but not really.
Okay.
But
But let's just say he's an international
he's an international.
star.
He's a big star at UFC.
Oh, is that okay? We got the UFC name. He dropped the UFC name. Okay.
He's a big star at UFC.
Obviously, UFC fighters out there now. So, inshallah, the next one at the end of
It's not Shara, by the way.
No.
Maybe next time. I don't know, but
And then the next
happens.
episode, which will be next month in December, we will have the UFC fighter.
Yep.
Which will be amazing.
Yep. Inshallah.
Inshallah, then.
And by the time you guys watch the podcast, hopefully we're gonna have merch online right now for the podcast, Oklothing podcast. It will be limited because we're gonna try to drop one every episode. So
okay, it's perfect.
make that running too. So it's
yeah.
limited. You can't get it anywhere. We're not dropping it ever.
Okay.
Just one time.
All right. Perfect, my boy. Thank you.
Pleasure.
Honestly, the first one,
that's
amazing.
That's
and thank you, my brother. Thank you,
appreciate
guys.
it.
Thank you for
Thank you,
watching.
Ali. Thank you,
And
guys.
next month, we heard it straight away. UFC fighter. Thank you, guys.